Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be they've been fooled and bamboozled. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they have been fooled and bamboozled. All right. Now let me elaborate on this topic a little bit so y'all can understand what I mean. What I mean is, y'all, they have fallen into the devil's trap. Yes, sir. Let me say it once again, y'all. They have fallen into the devil's trap. And so that has caused them to lose you. That has caused them to lose anything that's been important to them or anything that's worth saying that I lost. Right? Because I don't feel like I lost anything if it was not valuable to me. So anything that's been valuable to them, okay, like I said, y'all, whether it was their job, whether it was the marriage they had with you, relationship they had with you, or friendship, y'all, or whatever the case is, right? They have fallen into the devil's trap. And so this is what I want you to understand. They have been fooled and bamboozled. And I'm about to give you all the signs of how you know this was possible or this has actually happened to them. All right. But with that being said, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. And not only that, family, y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. So number one, the first sign they have been fooled and bamboozled is going to be this, family. The devil played on their weakness. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, the devil has played on their weakness. All right. Now, you have to understand about the devil, y'all. He has to look at the chain and find the weak link. Right. He has to look deep into your soul. OK. Understand exactly how you move, what gets you bothered, what don't get you bothered, right? What makes you happy, what makes you smile, what makes you sad, and what makes you frown. And so what he does is he analyzes every single thing about you. And this is how he knows how to strike. Yes, sir. Just like a snake, y'all. All right. A snake just sit there and he wait and he catch you at your lowest or weakest moment. And then that's when he strikes. And that's how the enemy works, y'all. Okay, so he has figured out their weakness. Maybe their weakness is the insecurity of you looking at women or you looking at men, right? Maybe their weakness is, playing on their mind, playing on their traumatization, whatever the case is, y'all. But he played on their weakness, which causes them or which caused them to lose that particular thing. Or maybe it was yourself, right? And we see this so many times, y'all. We see it, in the industry. We see it where people, they get to a certain level of success, right? And then what happens is, he feed them all this money. He feed them all these materialistic possessions. And then you forget about those who love you, right? And then you end up losing them. Well, what happened, Reno? He played on their weakness, right? Their weakness was the materialistic possessions. Their weakness was the money, right? Their weakness was all the gifts. Their weakness was the opportunities, the success. It never ends. It never stops, okay? But follow what I'm saying, y'all. He played on their weakness, okay? You probably had a time where the enemy has played on your weakness and possibly caused you to lose something that you love very, very much. Okay, well, this is all a part of the devil's trap. He's going to play on your weakness. He's going to play on your mind, and he wants to make you feel as if you're all alone or feel as if you don't need anybody else, right? So when the devil play on your weakness, that's a clear indication, y'all, that you have been fooled and bamboozled, or they have been fooled and bamboozled, okay? But anyway, y'all, moving on to the next one, family. Number two is going to be this, y'all. He robbed them of their happiness. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, he has robbed them of their happiness, right? And so, a lot of times, y'all, when we get something, whether it's a new car, whether it's a new house, or whether it's a family, whatever makes us happy, okay, the enemy is going to try to trick you out of that so you no longer have that happiness. Because his whole goal is to make sure he takes from you. His whole goal is to make sure that you don't have. His whole goal is to make sure that you're walking within lack. Okay? And remember, y'all, you can have all the gold in the world. You can have all the money in the world, all the girls, all the men, all the opportunities in the world. Okay? But if you don't have peace and if you don't have happiness, okay, then you have nothing. All right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I have it all. Yes, sir. If you got family that love you, if you love yourself, okay, if you got a job that you love, if you're doing what you love, you know, like I'm doing what I love, y'all. If you're doing anything that makes you happy, genuinely, somebody drop in the comments and say, I have it all. Okay, and so this is why this video is important, y'all. You don't want the enemy to rob you of your happiness the way that they did, or the way that he did them. Okay, they have been robbed of their happiness, all right, and now they're sitting back looking crazy. That's what he does. He make you feel as if what you have is not enough. I never forget, y'all, when I was an Uber driver, okay, I picked up this lady. She had a very, very nice house. The house was like really, really nice, right? You know, it was a real big house. When I actually went to the house, right, I was like, wow, it's amazing. Well, I asked about the house, of course, because, you know, you have casual conversation. But I asked about the house. I was like, hey, how long do you have the house? You know, like, I don't think I asked how much it cost. But I just asked about the house because I was very curious. And she was like, oh, that old thing, you know, I mean, I guess it is a nice house, right? And so I'm sitting here like, I know you see this house the way I see this house. But she began not to even appreciate it no more. The house didn't make her happy anymore, right? And so I say all that to say this, y'all. She had been robbed of her happiness, okay? Forgetting about what she actually had. Because, again, y'all, coming from my one-bedroom apartment, okay, at that particular time, and seeing this big, amazing house, I'm sitting here like, what? I'll give anything to be in this house, right? But some people, you know, they lose focus. They lose sight of their happiness, right? And then sometimes the things that they have around them, it doesn't make them happy anymore. That includes materialistic possessions, people, okay, genuine people at that. They forget all about it, y'all. And so what happens is the enemy or the devil has robbed them of their happiness, okay? Somebody drop in the comments and say, you won't rob me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, you won't rob me, okay? Right here, y'all, also in John chapter 10, verse 10, it says this right here, family. It says, the thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. I have come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. Okay, y'all? Listen to God's scripture, y'all, right here. John chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. I have come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. Okay? And so again, y'all, the enemy has come to steal from you. Okay, to kill anything that makes you happy, all right, and to rob you, destroy everything that you have, all right. He wants to rob you of your happiness. I'm making this video so you don't allow him to rob you the way that they got robbed, all right. Again, somebody drop in the comments and say, you won't rob me, all right. Moving on to the next one, family. Number 3 is gonna be this, y'all. He painted false images. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, he has painted false images, all right? So, Arena, what do you mean? He has painted this illusion, okay? If y'all don't know what an illusion means, let me tell you exactly what it means, y'all. So, by definition, an illusion is a thing that is or is likely to be wrongly perceived and interpreted by the senses, okay? Let me say it once again, y'all. A thing that is or is likely to be wrongly perceived or interpreted by the senses, okay? And then the second definition also says a deceptive appearance or impression, okay? And then the third definition says a false idea of belief. So all of this means false. All of this means some type of form or some form of hallucination, okay? Things that are appearing to be real, but they are not real, right? False images. This is what the devil does. And this is another way to fall into the devil's trap, okay? I need y'all to understand something. One of his main key goals and main key things that he does to get you to be trapped is to paint false images, right? I don't know how I'm gonna pay the bills, okay? Well, guess what? He gonna play on that weakness. He gonna play on that and paint false images to where he actually gets you put out your apartment, to where he gets you put out your house, right? You ever heard somebody say, you can talk yourself out of a deal? You can talk yourself out of something? That's what the devil does, right? He is a master at getting you to talk yourself out of a situation. for the bad, not for the good, but for the bad. Okay, but understand something, y'all. The devil has painted false illusions, and that has caused them to lose, the most important thing to them. That has caused them to lose a lot of different things, y'all, because they have fell for the false imagery. Okay, again, somebody drop in the comments and say, "You won't trap me." Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, "You won't trap me." Okay, moving on to the next one, y'all. Gonna be number 4. Okay, and this is gonna be false blessings. Yes, sir. False blessings, okay? And so this right here is another big one, all right? A lot of times, y'all, we look at certain things and we see it as a blessing, right? We think that it's a blessing, and in all actuality, it's wrong, okay? It's wrong. Everything that glitters is not gold, okay? I'm sure y'all heard me say this before, but this is what the devil gives you. He can give you $1 million wrapped in gold, but the $1 million is actually trash because it's designed to control you. And not only that, but you may have to pay the whole $1 million back. So was it really a blessing? This is how the enemy works, y'all. Right here in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 9, it says this right here, family. It says, "But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and harmful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition." Let me say it once again, y'all. "But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and harmful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition." And so that's what the enemy does, y'all. He want to lead you down the path of destruction. He want to lead you down the path of perdition. He want to lead you down the path where you're going to destroy yourself, right? And so he's going to give you so many things, and we may notify it as a blessing, right? But in actuality, it is a curse dressed as a blessing. Make sense, y'all? Somebody drop in the comments and say make sense if y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. Okay, so you have to realize something, y'all. The enemy will give you false blessings, all right, just to make it seem as if you're doing something. You got it all going on. You got it all figured out, right? But it's a false blessing. Because here's the thing, y'all. Let's just say, somebody say, "Hey, I want to give you this house. You can live in this house whenever you want to stay in this house," right? You begin to live in this house whenever you want to live in it, and you have become comfortable living in it, right? But there's one little, loophole. Your name is not on the deed. Well, let's just say they came back and say, "You know what? It's been a great 10 years, great 15 years, but we decided to sell the house." And you say, "No, it's my house." They say, you got to read the fine print. It's not necessarily your house. We were just doing a good deed. We wanted you to stay here. And by the way, your name is not on the deed. So you have to get out today, and you have nowhere to stay. Sorry about that. Well, you thought that it was a blessing, but it was really your biggest curse, because you put your whole life into this house. You've built up the house. You made it look better. Okay, you got kids in the house. Reno, what are you saying right now? A blessing is sometimes not a blessing, right? Sometimes curses come disguised as a blessing, especially when they come from the enemy, the devil, Satan. Okay, so follow what I'm saying, y'all. That house was never your house. And that is what the devil does. He give you something that's not necessarily yours. And once you fall in love with it, once you think that this is genuine, this is the best, he takes it away, kills, steal, and destroy, and he has you looking crazy. All right, so you got to understand what I'm saying. This is part of the devil's trap. All right, once again, y'all, somebody drop in the comments and say, "You won't trap me." Okay, but moving on to the next one, y'all, which is going to be the last one, and that's simply going to be this, y'all. Number 5, he set them up. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, he has set them up. All right, and so we all know what the setup is. This is when a person has made it seem as if, you did something, but the way they set it up, it looks exactly like you did it. So you didn't really do it, but they set it up to where it looks like you have done it. I spoke about this briefly in my other video where they're trying to frame you, right? And so with this right here, y'all, the enemy can set you up as well. Like, he can set you up for, failure. Okay, he can paint images in your head. He can make you feel as if the closest person to you is doing you dirty, right? He can make it seem as if the closest person to you is doing the wrongest of the wrongest thing to you, right? And so he already know that you're on thin ice, right? Hot skates. So what he does is he tries to push it to the limit. He tries to push it to the limit. So for instance, let's just say on the job, you know, you're probably on your last strike at your job. However, you've been doing better. You're trying to get better, right? You're trying to get better. Well, here's the thing. He knows that, you know, you used to drink with this person on the job. So you got your little drinking buddy, right? But you're trying to stay away from that. But you bring your drinking buddy right on up. Say, hey, man, you want to have a drink? Hey, man, you know, it ain't going to take that long, man. Just go to the parking lot real quick, have a drink. You fall for the trap, boom. Now you lost your job because they've been watching you the whole time. It was a setup, okay? No different from, let's just say you're married, right? You're married, and you know you're on your last strike with your wife, right? You know you're on the last strike. However, he brings the woman that you desire, you know, into your presence, okay? You fall for the temptation, you fall for the okie dokie, bam, you divorce. What happened? Well, it was already set up to where you was going to be caught. Reno, what does this have to do with anything? Well, all I'm simply saying, y'all, is when you are being set up by the devil, y'all, he's going to make sure that it ends in you being fooled and you being bamboozled, okay? So don't allow the enemy to trick you out the street, y'all. Don't allow the enemy to trick you and make you fall for something that does not even matter, okay? That's what he does. He makes you fall for things that does not even matter in the long run, all right? It's all a facade. It's a decoy, and it is not for you, okay? And so if that makes sense, y'all drop in the comments and let me know. However, y'all, we're going to go ahead and conclude this video with this recap. So once again, y'all, they've been fooled and bamboozled. And so the first sign, y'all, the devil played in their weakness. Number 2, the devil robbed them of their happiness. Number 3, the devil has painted false images. Number 4, the devil has blessed them with false blessings. And number 5, the devil has set them up, all right? So follow what I'm saying, y'all. I hope this message resonated with somebody, okay? But once again, y'all, they have been fooled and bamboozled. So y'all already know how we do. If you would like to purchase any one of my books, book a one-on-one session with me, or enroll into my social influence course, you can do so by clicking the link inside my description. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments, social influence. If you want to build up your social influence, click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.